In this chapter, we will be learning about what are Dart basics. So without any further ado, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. If you are not, follow me over to my Instagram handle. I'll post daily new content over Flutter, Dart and custom backend. And if you have done that, let's get started. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll simply open my terminal and create a blank new project. So for that purpose, I'll name this project to be, let's say, Dart course, something like that. So now let's cd into our Dart course and open it with our VS Code. Now throughout the entire course, I will be using VS Code as my main code editor. Here you can see I have got my Dart core project, and here you can see, first thing first, under my VS Code, I have got an extension called as Dart itself. The following Dart extension will be giving me some features of Dart language under my VS Code. Now make sure you have got the following extension installed under your system, and also you have got your Dart SDK. Now I am mostly sure that many of you are learning Dart for Flutter, and most of you will be having Flutter installed under your system. So there is no doubt that you don't have Dart SDK. But still, if you don't have Dart SDK, you can quickly go to the following website and get Dart SDK under your local system. So right now what you can see, here I have got my entire folder. Let's make it big. Now what we will do, we will be going to the basics of Dart. First of all, what I'll do, under my entire blank project, I will be creating a new file here called as main.dart. Now you have to give the following extension of .dart so that our VS Code or any other code editor will be understanding that the following file contains Dart code. Now simply press enter and you will be getting the following file up and ready. So first thing first, before writing any sort of code, you have to initialize your main method. Now what is main method? Consider the main method to be as your entry point for our code. Whatever data or whatever code that we will be writing under our application, we will be going through the main method. Now how to write that? First of all, declare a main method. Let's call it void. It is a data type. It is a function type. Now I will be also going through what is void, what is futures, what is different type of data types. But for now, simply write here void and write here main. Now once you write here main, simply give it some brackets and declare a new body of it. Now this is how you will be declaring your main method. Right. Now whatever thing we will be writing under this main method will be getting outputted. So right now what I'll do, I'll simply write here a small print statement. So let's say print, and here let's say hello Dart. You can write any sort of statement. Now let's try to execute the following statement. So to do that, you have to simply open your terminal. I'll shift my terminal to right hand side, just like this. And onto your terminal, if you have got your Dart extension installed, that is Dart SDK installed, you have to simply write the following command of Dart run and the name of the file, which is main.dart. Once you are right here, simply press enter. Once you will press enter, you will get the following output of hello Dart, which means that Dart code is successfully executed and also we are getting our output. Now this is a standard way of writing Dart code. Simply write the following function of main and also write your all the code block under the following parentheses. Now I will be going through in a more deeper dive over what is this void, what is this brackets and etc. But for now, simply take the key point that whatever code you will be writing should be under this void main method. Now after this, let's try to visit some of the Dart keywords. What are keywords? Keywords are nothing but simply different type of words reserved in Dart language which has a specific functions. Now the keywords can be functions, classes, extensions, etc. Now let me show you what are different type of keywords. So here you can see, you can visit the following website of Dart Dev for the guides, and here you will be able to see all type of keywords that are reserved. Now here you can see there are more than 50 to 60 keywords reserved under Dart language. Now all of the following keywords are nothing but simply small words, that is specific words which have specific features. For example, the else statement is used in if else, import keyword is used under importing any other library or either file, static is used for declaring a particular variable to be static or dynamic, switch is nothing but simply a switch statement's main keyword. You get it, right? All of the following keywords are reserved under Dart, and it is a better practice that we should never declare our variable name to be a keyword, else we will be getting certain type of errors. If not, it will be a major confusion, right? So keywords are nothing but simply random words reserved in Dart for specific features. Let's move forward and let's try to learn about what are the different type of data types, right? Now to learn that, let's go back under our code editor and try to learn about what are data types. Now Dart is a type language. Whatever variable you will be declaring under Dart will be having a specific type. Now let me show to you about what I am trying to say here. Now data types are divided under simple data types and complex data types. Under simple data types, it will be containing number, strings and booleans. Under complex variable, which are also known as collections, contains maps, lists and sets. Right, now let me show to you with an example. Here instead of print, what I'll do, I'll try to declare some different data types. Now to declare data type, you simply have to write the keyword of them. Remember, I told you about the keyword, we have to take a use of them. So now what I'll do, let's try to declare all the data types. Right, so first of all what I'll do, I'll try to explain you about simple data types. Right, so simple data types. Now under simple data types, first of all it will be containing integers, it will be containing doubles. Right, both of them are numeric data types. After this we have a data type known as string, which is nothing but simply set of characters. After this we have booleans, right, which is bool of true or false. Now these are simple data types. Now let's try to declare them and make them under our action. So right now what I'll do, I'll simply declare a new data type of int, let's say n. It should be having a value, so give it here an equal sign and let's have a value of 32. Now here you can see we are getting not any error but simply a small warning that local variable n is not used. So right now you can see I have declared an integer of n which has a value of 32. Now if I try to say that simply print n, and if I try to run the following command of one more time, you will be simply getting the value of n which will be 32, right? But here instead of 32, if I say here, so this is the integer data type, right? After this let's move forward and I'll show you what is a double data type. So what I'll do, I'll say double data type, so let's say double dt should be equal to having a value of 32.32. Right, now we have to declare this to be a double. So instead of int, let's have a variable type, that is data type of double. So right now you can see the local value is not used, ignore that, but we have successfully declared our double data type which will be having a value having a point, that is a decimal. If I try to print it out, simply say print double dt, run the following command one more time and we will be getting our value of this one. Right, now the speciality of double is we can also declare integers with it. Right now you can see I can also declare 32 with the help of the double keyword. So if I try to run it one more time, I will be getting my value back which will be 32.0. That is, it will be appending a decimal value with the following integers whenever we will be declaring our integers as doubles. Right, now after this there is another keyword known as string. So right now what I'll do, I'll say string, let's say my name should be equal to having some value, right? So for having that value, what we can do, we can have some name to it, but before that we have to fix our data type name. So right now what I'll do, I'll make it capital 1, right, because the string will be starting from capital S, so pay attention to that as well. So after this what I'll do, I'll simply say print my name, and if I run the command one more time, I'll be getting my output of my name. Right, easy things. After this let's have one more variable, that is data type of boolean. Let's say is night, if it is day or night, so it is a morning here, so let's say is night is equal to false and simply try to print is night. What it will do, it will simply print the output which will be false. Now you can also make the following variable to be true or false, so let's save it and let's run the following command one more time and you will be getting a value to be true. Right, but instead of true or false, if I say here 32, you can see you will be getting here a runtime error. Right, it will be saying the value of int cannot be assigned to a type of boolean. Right, this is true because booleans can either true or either false, not an integer, not double, not strings. Right, similarly, if I make it false and if I say my double is not a double but a string, you can see you will be getting an error that a type of string cannot be assigned to a variable of double. That's right, because double contains a value with decimal point or straight integers but not a strings. Similarly, if I make it false, I will be getting the same error that value of boolean cannot be assigned to a type of double. Easy? And same thing goes for an integer. If I say my integer n is false, I will be getting the same error that boolean cannot be assigned to a type of integer. That's true because Dart has specific data types that needs to be assigned specifically to a particular variable. Right, so these are all the simple data types. Now let's move forward and also let's try to explore about complex data types that are also known as collections. Now it will be amazing that along with watching the following tutorial you try to execute the following command. Now these are the building blocks. Whatever code that you will be writing under Flutter will be moving under this flow. Right, so pay attention to variables, data types, complex data types, and etc. and etc. Right, after this what I'll do, let's try to explore complex data types. Right, so let's try to heading complex data types, and under complex data types we have nothing but lists, maps, and sets. So right now first of all let's try to visit list. What is list? List is nothing but simply an array of a particular data type. Now let me show you. Let's say a basket, a list of basket, right? Or let's say instead of basket, let's have a list of fruits, right? So to declare a list, simply use the following square brackets. Under the square brackets, you will be adding the elements. It will be completely fine if you keep an empty list or do not add anything under it. If I try to print my fruits now, let's try to print the fruits. How we print it? We can simply run our following Dart command. So simply run Dart run main.dart. Here you can see you will be getting an empty list, that is empty array. Now what I'll do, I'll simply add here a fruit, let's say apple. Once I do it, I'll simply run the following command. And you can see you will be getting an apple which stands at an index of 0. The position of our list is 1, but the index of our list is 0. That is our list index of our apple is 0. Right, so now let's try to add some more elements. Let's say banana and one more, let's say mango. Right, so let's try to run the following command and we will be getting our list having 3 fruits, apple, banana, and mango. Now what I can do, I can also add a false under my list. Now you may be paying attention that all of these 3 things are strings. That is a simple data type of string, and here we have a false. But what you can also do, you can also add integer under it, and not also integer but only but also a double, that is this one. And if I try to execute the following command, you can see you will be getting all the output because the following list is known as a list of dynamic data. That is, if I simply hover over it, you can see you will be getting this thing of list of dynamic. What dynamic means? Dynamic means the particular data type can have any sort of type. It can be integer, it can be double, strings, or booleans. Right, so this is a list of dynamic data type. Now what I'll do, I'll specifically determine that my list of fruits is a string, that is a type is string. So to do that, I'll simply open the following arrows, and here I'll simply give it a data type of a string because all of my fruits will be a string, not a boolean, not numbers. Now you can see as soon as I determine my following type to my list, we will be getting the following error. Right, so what I'll do, I'll simply remove the following code. Right, now if I try to execute my list, I will be getting 0 errors but a list of all the fruits. Now what you can also do, you can also determine the list of fruits to be integer. As soon as you determine the type of fruits to be integer, you will be getting an error for the strings because strings are not integers. Right, now to fix it up, you have to simply write here the following numbers, and that's it. Right, if I try to execute the following code, you will be getting here a list of numbers. Easy. Now these are list, that is you can add any sort of data under a list if it is dynamic. That is, you can also make it dynamic from here, and as soon as I declare this to be dynamic, I can write here false. If I try to execute it, you will be getting the following list, which will be also containing the value of false. Now after this, let's try to explore what are sets. Now to do that, what I'll do, I'll simply comment my list of fruits, and here I'll be declaring a new set. Now set is a keyword, right? So here let's have a set of, let's say, currency. And so here what we will do, we will declare a new set. To declare a set, you use curly braces, just like this. And under curly braces, you can declare your set just like list. For example, under my set, I can set 12, 13 or 14. But as soon as I write here 12, you can see two elements in a set cannot be same. That is, set removes the duplicates. Similarly, under list, if I simply write here 12, I won't be getting any error because list accepts double values, that is duplicate values. But under sets, it won't accept duplicate values. We have to only write unique values. Right. Now let me show you an example. If I try to print my currency, or instead of currency, let's say numbers, a list or set of numbers, unique numbers. So let's copy this and paste it here. And now if I try to print my set, I won't be getting this 12 again and again, but only one time, that is 12, 13, 14. Duplicates will be automatically removed under set. Similarly, similar to a list, we can also declare a type of set. For example, the following set has numbers. So let's say set of integers, right? But as soon as I write here false, you can see I will be getting the same error, that is type of false, that is a type of boolean, cannot be assigned to a set of integers. If I make it the set of boolean, you can see all the numbers will be giving me an error, and I will be getting the false to be true, that is false can be fitted under my set because it is a boolean and integers are not booleans. Similarly, you can make it dynamic, and as soon as you will write here dynamic, all of the following errors will be gone, but only the duplication error will be here. Similar to 12, if I simply write here false, or let's write here false, I will be getting an error, and as soon as I write here true, I won't be getting any error because true is unique under the list, but false is not unique, it is duplicated, right? And if you simply run the following command one more time of dart run main.dart file, the following duplicates will be removed and we will be getting all of our unique values. Now sets are mostly used under our Flutter projects where we require duplicate projects native, that is duplicate data, and under our Flutter code, that is under our Flutter project, we use set mostly when we need to remove duplicates automatically. Right. Now for an example, we use sets under Google Maps where we need to take coordinates of a particular location and the coordinates cannot be same, so at that point we use sets. Right. So these are sets and these are lists. After this, let's try to explore what is maps. Now simply declare a map, and a map, let's say a map of, let's say, a user, and under this you can declare a map with curly braces similar to set. But to add values under map, you have to use key and value. What does that mean? First of all, I will be having a key of name and it will be having a value of my name. Easy. After this, what I'll do, I'll declare some another keys, let's say age and a value. Now the value can be dynamic, that is I can declare my age to be 21, my age to be false, or my age to be 21.21, or even a string. Right, you get it, right? So right now you can see my age is 21, just like this. And now what I'll do, I'll try to print the user. Right, let's try to remove this thing from here. Easy. And let's comment out our fruits and numbers and simply print our user. So before running this, let's clear everything and I'll run my Dart code. So here, if as soon as I write here, that is as soon as I run this command, I will be getting my map here of name of Abhishek and age of 21. Let's pick my name just like this. Let's run it one more time and we will be getting the same output of name and age. So this is how you declare a map. Map is nothing but simply a combination of different keys and different values. So you can see as soon as I hover over user, you can see we will be getting this message of map is of dynamic and dynamic type. That is, if I simply declare here, my map has a value, that is a key which will be a string, and the value can be dynamic. I will not be getting any error because all of my values here are dynamic, right? But as soon as I declare that my map is a type of string and a string, I will be getting an error of 21 because integer cannot be assigned to a type of string. That's true, right? As soon as I declare it under quotes, the error will be gone, right? Similarly, if I try to declare it to be an integer, I will be getting errors for strings because integer cannot be assigned to a type of string. Easy. So this is how you declare maps, this is how you declare sets, and this is how you declare lists. Now these are simply the basic forms of complex data type. We will be exploring more about complex data types, simple data types, and variable data types in later tutorials. But for now, I think we should keep it all for today. We have explored a tiny bit of Dart. There is too much left to explore, so I'll see you in the next tutorial. Kindly subscribe this channel, kindly follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn, and I'll see you in the next video.